Alright, hey guys, this will be my third video, and today I want to talk about how I think you should look for ideas while taking photos. As in, what to look at, what you think would look good, and also what you enjoy doing is number 3. I think that if you just take into consideration at least one of these, it'll probably help you either get better at taking photos or increase how you look at things before you take photos. How I think I look at photos, I have a Canon T7, just a relatively starter camera still. I am not too much, before you take my advice I'm not a professional photographer. I do this as a hobby that I think is really fun, and I really enjoy doing this. I've done it for around 5 months, and I can show some of my photos and how I get my photos. So now I got depending on what I'm looking at shooting, like if I'm at a plane museum, I kind of look at planes like I do cars in a certain way, where I know that a head-on shot of a plane, if it's tilting upwards, probably not going to look that good, and you're probably not going to get that much sight of that plane. Now, the surrounding area that I was taking these photos in is like pretty crowded, because it was at an actual airport where I was being under watch the whole time I was out taking these photos, and so basically I had to watch my surroundings and not get I couldn't go far, so I can't get far away and take a full body shot. I had to take wing shots, and I had to take side shots, and I couldn't get a full shot of a plane. But that's okay, because I don't think a full shot of a plane looked that good anyways. So why I think this is because angle and pretty much lines that lead up to your subject is really what'll make your photo look good. So if you have just have a photo of, in my opinion, as I'm going to use this as an example, I'm going to say I have this photo that I took in the rain, just on a whim. I just saw this guy out in the rain, and I thought it was a really cool photo right here. And I think that what really focuses in, because when I first edited it and I realized, wow, it's kind of hard to see him because I only have a 55mm lens. I can't zoom in all the way. So if I had a 200, I could have got way up, close, and got a pretty magnified shot of that guy. But since I don't, I had to kind of edit light shining on him so it looked more bright for him, and it gives it a reason why he's lit up, because he's my subject. Now if you're in a cityscape, you can either look through something and narrow what you're looking at the subject. I kind of have one here. It's on a bridge, and I'm looking through the bridge railing and looking at a lake, and you can tell that's what I'm looking at is the lake, because that was my subject, because I thought the lake was pretty. Now I don't have a ton of examples of this. I don't go to the city much. I live in a pretty rural area, and basically there's also a So if you're on a street and you take a photo on the ground on the side of the road with a line on the road leading up to a car you think is cool, that'd be a pretty cool shot, because you have a line that'll lead your focus into the car. Now, I think that'd be cool. I could be wrong, but just looking that would, I feel help me find a way to put my subject more out there, and how to help show what I'm trying to take a photo of. Every photo needs a subject. This is very important. If you take a photo of nothing, either you can take a photo of nothing, but if your subject is nothing, if you're out taking a photo of the beach or something from an aerial angle, your subject's not gonna have, you're not gonna have someone walking on it. It's gonna be just the beach. That'd be okay. But your photo would look way cooler if you had a guy standing on the beach. with waves crashing up, But now, the second thing I'm going to talk about, which is going to be looking at how you look at stuff to take photos. So I take the same walk every day after I'm done with the gym, and I try to use my camera every day. No, this is the same path. It's just a big circle, and I've taken it many times. And every time I recently, for the past week, every time I've taken it, I have found different things to take shots of. So, for instance, I have my first couple times where I have flower photos, and then on my other days, I have a photo that I thought was kind of cool, where there was a transformer box on a post, and I thought it looked cool with the clouds and stuff in the back. I think there's clouds. I could be wrong. And then I was at the park with my friends, and I saw this a padlock on a gate, and I thought it was cool. I thought it looked really cool. I think it's a really good photo. But like I said, no, by no means am I a professional. So the more you take a walk, the more you'll narrow down stuff to take photos of, and you'll see stuff more and more because you're looking out for things to take photos of. If you're really into it, I'm into street photography kind of, and I think whenever when I'm out and about and I'm looking for subjects to take photos of, I'll intentionally look for stuff, even if it's nothing crazy. Since I like taking photos, that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go, find a way to make a photo work. If I think a car is cool, I'm gonna take a photo of someone's car. Now, if there's nothing around, then just search for something. I think really narrows it down is being creative. I think you kind of have to be creative in photography. I don't want to say it is art, but it is almost like art. You're trying to find something that makes sense and looks pretty. You're not going to take a photo of like nothing. It has to look good to you. And honestly, that's another big thing. If your photos look good to you, it doesn't matter if anyone else thinks it looks good, because you like them, and that's what matters. I think that you should really just strive to make yourself better at taking photos, even if your photos are bad. It is okay to take constructive criticism, but you need to have the proper mentors that tell you if your photos are bad or not. Like you need connections with people that are good at photography, or at least know what photography takes, because a lot of people don't understand that it can be kind of hard depending on what you're trying to do. If you're doing portrait shots for people, you're always going to have the same subject, and it's going to be the same thing. You're taking photos of people, Now, you have to tell them what to do, you have to take poses, you have to get the lighting right, the background, everything. So it is a lot harder than you think. Now, I think that you need a mentor. I kind of got off on a tangent on that, but having a mentor can show you what you need to fix, what you need to do. Talking to people about your photos is something you need to do, so you know what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right. And I can show probably photos where I thought were bad, and then I took it to someone and they thought it was really good. They told me that it was actually really pretty cool, and that they thought it was really unique and thought it was pretty cool. So it'd be this, I showed it, I think, I will show it. It's a photo of an escalator from from the second floor above it, where I'm looking down on it, and I take a photo, and it's just the escalator in a tight hallway. And I didn't think it was that cool, but someone else will. Someone else will think your photos are cool. Don't ever delete your photos unless they're not a photo. you need photos. Whether you think they're good or whether you think they're bad, someone might like them. That's what's kind of special about it, is that it is like art, and it is, something that is objective. It's in the eye of the beholder, and like I said, it really depends on how that person is looking at it and what they see in it. They might see something subliminal in a photo, kind of like dark and kind of retro, and you may not care for it, but someone else will. So, being able to put yourself out there and do different kinds of things is always good. You should always keep a very diverse set of photos that you like doing. You can do whatever you want, but you can do whatever category you want. I think that, if you're good at doing portrait for people, you should also do street photography and stuff, because, if you're out in a city, your subject can still be a person. It can still be a person, and, walking across the street that looks cool, I don't know, with the sun on them or whatever. It doesn't matter. You should be diverse in those different kind of categories, because it'll help you with even other types of photography. Like if you can think of different poses or different setting or scenario or whatever, and to help you get more ideas for your portraits, because there's only so many positions you can put your subjects in portrait. And if you're also doing portrait, your objective is to make, if your subjects need to be comfortable with what you're doing. So if you are taking a camera and they're uncomfortable with it, and they're giving you that awkward, unhappy to be their smile, you need to take the camera down and be a person. Don't be the photographer. Be a person and talk to them. Make them understand that, it's okay. You can make them laugh. Help them be normal, and, communicate with them, because they need a bond with you to show that you are actually a person and not a camera. You need to show that you're there for them too. Not just for you, depending on what you're doing. So, people, because there's always going to be those people, that are awkward and scared to be in a photo. I'm one of those people. So you should really try to, communicate with your subjects. Alright, and now for the last kind of thing I'm going to say is that I think that you need to fill your area with people that are good at photography. Now, for Lightroom, which is what I use to edit my photos, and if I'm bored or if I'm doing something, I also have a group chat on Facebook, the beginners group for photography on Facebook, which is not filled with beginners, by the way. It's all professionals. They're all really good. You need to take inspiration from them, and strive to be like them, because your gear will not limit you unless you limit it. So what I'm saying is, your gear doesn't make your shots, you do. And this is kind of normal. If you're bad at photography, you can't make a good photo. Neither can your editing. You need creativity. You need to be able to take something different. It cannot be, something that's been done a million times that someone could do with their iPhone. You need to also, like I'm saying, is you need to take a lot of inspiration. In Lightroom, there is people post, their photos, and you can re-edit, or whatever you want to call it. You can re-edit. Now, you don't have to post. I post, and I get inspiration from my own people re-editing my photos, and I've been like, wow, they did that way better than me. I didn't even think about doing, whatever they do. They always do something really cool, and I thought, wow, that looks way better than mine. And don't be upset that someone can take a better photo than you. What you should really do is just strive to be like that, but don't let it get you down. You need to, be better about it. Just all I'm saying really is just take inspiration from their creativity. And, when you see a photo you think is cool, you're like, wow, and try to recreate it in your own way. Like I did today. I found a photo of a leaf with some water on it. It looked like, a really cool fern. And I went out and I took a photo of my own leaf that I thought was pretty cool. It's nowhere near the same at all, but I think it's still cool. It's, the same concept, and I'm like, wow, I never thought of taking a photo like that. Really, what I think really will change your perspective on taking photos, this is probably the best tip I could give you. What really helped me change the way I take photos is surrounding and looking at other people's art, surrounding myself with people that take good photos, and looking at their art and thinking, wow, this is awesome. How could I be like this? This is awesome. Don't compare yourself, because that's just going to make you lose interest and you're going to get unmotivated. You need to be your own person. You cannot let someone else dictate what you do. You need, your own creativity and your own thoughts behind every photo. So if you're trying to take macro shots of plants, don't try to take something like a photo of something exactly the same. Try a different angle, different lighting, different color palette, whatever. I did it too. I make photos that I've seen on Lightroom, and I try to recreate them. That's what I think is the best thing you can do, is just look at things that people do and admire them. Really, it's really what helped me, and the best advice I could give to any photographer that's starting out. It's been amazing looking at photos where I go to the gym. I never even thought about taking gym photos, where I go and take photos of like the weight racks for the dumbbells, and take a photo from like a diagonal angle looking down the line. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool shot, or there was a photo that I thought was cool. That's my idea of what I would think would be cool at the gym. But a photo I saw that made me think of, gym photos, is a photo of a camera pretty much leaning on a bench, looking up at the seat, and you're seeing the guy wipe down the bench after he's done using it, and it looked really cool. It was awesome. I never even thought about that. I was like, wow, what a cool shot. Having people do stuff like that and helping you make those photos and is really what will help you, I think, get them done. But until you surround yourself with good art and good photography, you will not understand how to take a good photo. I feel like, that's not true. You can still take good photos, but they may not be unique. You could probably find more inspiration off of Lightroom or people online, So, like watch people on TikTok or whatever, it's always good to do that. Just don't compare yourself. I say this a lot. I tell people this a lot. I feel like people don't understand it enough, but comparison is the thief of joy. And until you understand that, you will probably be upset a lot in your life. But on that note, I'll leave it here, and I will talk to y'all in my next video.